Cyclic, mutually toxic love affair. Ooh, well obviously there's some fight happening. Do you have to love each other first, and then you fall in love? Oh, you didn't fall in love. Oh, amnesia. Somebody has to forget about that happening. And then you can fall in love again. Congratulations. Ooh, you both have to forget. Okay. It was a sad day when 15 apples fell out the top of the palace roof, and both of the people have amnesia now. Love. Cyclical, and then you fight. Boom. I don't know how this went down. There's definitely some lore to be had with both the king and queen instantly forgetting that they had fought with anybody. Maybe it's like within the, there's some duke out there who has the, it would benefit them if they were fighting and also getting together, so he's like poisoning them slowly. Double execution. The maid gets frisky with the king, and the queen is watching. So she's like, off with your head. And he's like, hey now, I'm the king though. Off with yay head. Promotion. Rags to royalty. From rags, as you were kidnapped. The king has been kidnapped by the maid. The queen has been kidnapped by the maid. Oh, come on, you can't be telling me, oh, the king kidnapped the maid? That's creepy. Okay, none of them are evil. This would have been really creepy if the king was into it though. An affair. Rags to riches. You have an affair. Okay, the affair is to be had. She's like, dang, that stank. So, you're like, kidnap the queen. No, come on. How can the queen possibly be happy? You kidnap the queen. Queen kidnaps you. Ooh, yes, the king finds out about it. Okay. King saves the kidnapping victim. How dare she? Now you get killed. Boom. And now we get to get married. Happy birthday. Yay! A little bit of happiness. A little happiness after a series of unfortunate events. I got the dot on this one immediately. Was there 2 options? Where the king takes revenge. Is that not the only way to get the double execution? How else was this gonna go down? I mean, that seems correct. Oh, I guess she could have killed him and then killed her, I guess. You could do it the other way too. Don't even know what this one says. Baron rules alone. I mean, you already have. Okay, everyone has to die. Cliff, okay, Baron, king's out of the way. Let's get married. She's an eligible bachelor. Ooh, she hates you. Marry her? Why are you heartbroken? Oh, he only loves queens. Okay, well then she's like, now that I have no husband, this is kind of nice. Oh, wait, come on now, that's a pretty maid. Look at that maid in her little uniform. You're saying you don't want to marry her. This Wanda girl be frickin' picky. Okay. I mean, I guess you could just, yeah, just throw everyone off the cliff, like whatever. Let's hop. It's no, I got it wrong. Yes, you do this. And then the king gets remarried because he will accept literally anybody. The queen is really not getting the best of any situation going on here. Oop, no, get that back here. He's like, sweet, we're married. He's like, boom shakalaka. How about stabby? And he's like, now we can get married because I'm the king. It was really easy for him to trick her, though. She was queen, and she married some random baron. Oh, and then he kills her. Why are you even using a knife when you have a cliff, my guy? Seems kind of eccentric. The baron regrets his decision and marries the king's ghost. Oh. I don't think you can marry a ghost. Oh. No, you can't do that. I was gonna say, oh, what if we killed both the Baron and the King, and then they get married in hell? Like, they're both ghosts, and they get married at the end, but then he's not ruling anything. Besides, I guess, his own ability to do things in the afterlife. Monsters. Bernard drinks poison. Ooh, Juliet, you are very eccentric. We're in the woods. Juliet is there, Bernard is there, you love each other. The moon switches. Boom, he's a werewolf. Oh, I thought you were just, like... He's kind of lurched over. I didn't realize Harry meant he was like a werewolf this whole time. And then he's like, me and my werewolf self kills my wife. Tragedy. The moon switches again. He's a human. He sees what he's done. Oh god. Didn't even finish the bottom half? Kind of wasteful. If you're gonna do it, at least commit. And then he drinks some poison. Ah. That's the curse of being... Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that he was able to be a werewolf up until that point in his life. Without killing somebody and being sad enough to like do that about it, you know? Queen gets Baron arrested. Oh, thank God. Been waiting for this all year. You guys are flirting. You guys are flirting. He's spooky. He is now wearing a dragon suit, and he freaks her out. So the detective and the queen is like, go get that dragon person, and then he takes the suit off, but he saw it happen, and now it's like, get arrested, son. I mean, if you just don't take that off, that works, isn't it? He's too afraid of it. So this isn't doing anything. So that can get out of here. You're a dragon. Boom. Scary. You investigate the dragon. Okay, you tell him about the dragon suit. You find the dragon suit. After it's put back, you're like, ooh, there's blueprints on it. There's blueprints. There's paw prints. Blues, clues, magoos. Thank you. Vampires. Curse of vampirism. Dracula. Okay. Curse. Okay, someone has to become a vampire. Mina's got a tiny hat on. So by default, she's already like kind of cooler than everyone else by virtue of her tiny hat. Professor. Oh, well, there's a secret character. He's like a background. We have a secondary background character. You and Dracula are friends. Okay. So everyone knows that he's evil. It's nighttime. You can be a bat. Kiss. Okay. Crypt? I mean, she seems to have experienced curative vampirism. I thought we were supposed to make her infected. Have a sleeper. You're sleeping. Professor does this now. I don't know what John's doing in here. You're not really useful. Professor talks to John. Professor goes out at night with John. Ooh, now you're a bit. I'm sorry. That was not super on purpose. On the sweet side, now you and Mina can be girls together. Like, that's cute. And now you do this, and you do this, and also you do this. I have to admit, Professor, you're not really helping anything. You're just showing garlic to everybody. This is not useful. Somebody has to be a vampire, and they're sleeping together. If you're sleeping together, what do you do after that? You just hang out? You're just being chillaxing? You're a bit. Maybe he doesn't know. He's like, I didn't know that John's not a vampire yet. John gets bit by Mindy. And then the professor doesn't know that John's a vampire now. Oh no, he's sad about it though. Okay, well that's not helpful. John becomes a vampire. Mina consults the professor and cures John. Mina's a vampire. Hanging out. I don't really see the point of the crypt, honestly. Honestly, everyone get out of the crypt. You are gonna go see that she's a vampire. Oh yes, here's your Spike. He gets bit, so we're not doing that at night now. Ooh, ouchie, that's fine. So, in terms of cure, I would not define it as what appears to have gone down right here. I would not necessarily say remedy, I would say murder. I mean, I guess technically speaking, death is the ultimate remedy in terms of like solving everything that happens that's wrong, so. Oh, a dead body. Professor cries. Oh, I'm sorry. John just really thought that you wanted to be there during her last night, so you can put her sculpture out there. Can John also kill you? Wait, John, kill him first. Oh no, he has to be the one that gets killed. John. Boom, that works a lot better. To be fair though, Mina was not having any problems with being a vampire. Like, she literally started sleeping next to this guy, immediately following, so she was pretty chill with it. I don't know how much saving we really need to go down. Monster is slain. We just darn did that, my guy. Boom, a monster. I mean, who is the real monster though? I'm pretty sure it's the Baron, actually. So in the woods, this and a dragon. Everyone's freaked out by this. Is that helpful at all? Oop, you're eaten. You're scared, but also freaking him out. So the only way that he lives to see him, and then you could take your disguise off, because now you're freaking the professor out. And now you can just go kill him in the woods. Congratulations, you did it. Ooh. I mean, the professor knows, but I don't think the professor is helping, unless he's gonna give him the information he needs to kill him. You're a werewolf. You're wearing a costume. Oh, a lot of things changed. Professor. Professor knows who you are, but then you're a werewolf. And then you're wearing the costume, so he doesn't get you freaked out. You could fight him. Oh no, let's go back to the woods, actually. You guys are fighting, but he's cowardly. Fight him. And then he becomes a normal person. And then commit a murder. And then he says, hey, Baron apparently has committed regicide 15 times. He told me while I saw he was wearing a lizard suit. So I'm gonna leave it up to you, Professor, to figure out what to do with that information. I mean, I assume this man has to be this, and this seems relevant. You know, the fact that look, he's seen him. He doesn't know who he is, though. That's the problem. Can you both be present for this process? Can you be there, too? There's no point in that. Professor? I'm a werewolf. I'm also a dragon. He says, beware of werewolf. So he knows he's a werewolf, and he's warning him about it, but, like, he's not actually giving him any help because he's a dragon. He has to take his outfit off, so take the outfit off. And then tell him. Here's a gun. Okay, what can we get rid of? We didn't need that. Everyone scoot over. Everyone scooch. No! Damn it. Scooch. Scooch. Here's a thing. And let us death. Boom. A gun. Here's a gun. The professor, in all of his infinite wisdom, is handing out just, like, projectiles and, like, just hand weapons. I understand the concept here was probably, like, obviously silver bullet is the only way to kill him, but it kind of just seems like he's like, oh, Professor, I found an evil thing, and the professor was like, well, fucking kill it then. Here. Like, just, you idiot, don't come over here, just kill it. Obviously. What was the alternative? Werewolf dies. Dragon dies. I think that's just this. This happens while you're a human. And so then Professor, he's like, kill that dragon, you don't take your costume out, and this happens. And then you're like, sweet, I did it. No, you killed him, he's dead. I mean, I succeeded, is that it? That's all I got? Oh, I didn't even have to finish that story, sweet, goodness. Oedipus. Grudge, Salome, Godot. Godot is the name of the person who played Wonder Woman, is it not? Hatey murders, oh, your name is Hatey? My guy. Hatey murders father and Marries mother. These are your parents? Murders your father. Is Tiny your father? What? Okay, well you guys are... There you go. He murders his husband, so this is pretty obvious. Just like, get killed, son. What, you have to have a reason or something? Family. I am your parent. Tiny is the parent of you. That happens before you get married. Now they're both your parents, okay. I know who Oedipus is. Why are you so shocked? Not how it's pronounced. Oedipus? 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 I thought it was Oedipus my entire life. I did not know how to pronounce that. I know who he is. I know it's the marry your mom thing. I know it's this whole thing, but I didn't know that it was Ed. Oh, dang. Okay, well. Okay, so I guess maybe we have to have a reason for him to commit murder, because you could just do it, like... Oh no, I see. It's just the story of Oedipus, isn't it? He has to get married to someone. And then she says, I'm your mom. And he's like, whoa. Was that the end of the story, though, isn't it? That's actually the end. You guys get married. So first, these guys get married. Yeah, no, Tiny and Peachy married. And then... Tiny gets pushed off a cliff. He doesn't have a reason to get pushed off a cliff. She's like, I'm your mom. Yes. And then this man kills her. He refuses to kill her. Kind of selfish. Nobody's allowed to get married anymore. Because you're, like, lovers or something. He's upset that he can't marry him. He's upset that he can't marry her. So he pushes him off a cliff. Score. And then they can get married. Love. Beautiful. This can leave. And then you realize that we're family. But she didn't tell you until just now because she's kind of creepy. I'm your mother? And so he jumps off a cliff. Oh. Get shoved. Nope. Get shoved, son. Get shoved. Nope, neither. You all refuse. Okay, you get shoved. That worked. Hatey murders father and Marries mother. It happened. He murders his father, so they're married. So by law, okay, in this scenario, Tiny is his dad. Tiny has been murdered. Maybe he has to find out that's his dad. He has to know it's his dad first. Okay, so this can, everyone, I wish there was a scoot everything over button, honestly. They're married. I am your dad. He wants to marry his mom. He kills his dad. How did you not know? Okay, so he just didn't know that the marriage happened at the beginning? There we go. Well, Success. A grudge. Tiny avenges his brother. Seance. Okay, somebody has to kill his brother. There's a fight between Hatey and his brother. He hates him. So his dad pushes his brother off of a cliff. Just so you know, actually, at the beginning, though, these guys are brothers. I'm your father. No. This guy is the father of... He's your father. And also, get this. He's also the other guy's father. There we go. Okay, so now it has been established that they are brothers. You guys have a rift. You punch him off a cliff. A seance happens where Tiny discovers that he is dead. And so then he punches him off a cliff. Score. I just like the idea that these guys had an announcement. None of these people apparently lived with their families because both of them had to be individually told that he is in fact their father. This father is ever not present. Hatey is murdered by his daughter. Okay, Hatey. You have an affair, and then there's a pregnancy tag, and it's like you had an affair with somebody else, and then a baby happens. Seance. He's murdered by his daughter. Hatey? There's no marriage. Where's the marriage? I guess if this is an affair, this implies that Peachy is the wife. Is that helpful? An affair, okay? An affair. Family. You are my daughter. And I am your mother. So this is the grandson of Hatey. Tiny is the tiny grandson of Hatey. And suddenly, Hatey sees him having an affair with Greenie, and he liked it. Okay, so that's not where I thought that was going. I was gonna say Tiny, now seeing that his father, his grandfather, is having an affair. I'm okay. I forgot that these guys are parents. I was like, her grandfather is having an affair with his daughter to somebody else who's random. I am your father. Okay, Greenie and Peachy are married. It has been established. So she witnesses her dad have an affair with her husband. And she liked it? Come on. She didn't like it. Get this little, what the heck is the heart? Get this out of here. She didn't like that. She was supposed to get pissed off about the fact that her dad is having an affair with her husband. Okay. Her dad is having an affair with her son. No, okay, nobody liked that. She is having an affair with her own dad, witnessed by her child. There's so many more interesting dynamics could be going down right now. He is murdered by his daughter. Like, the fact that we have the affair, it's not a marriage, it's just an affair, but somebody has to die, because why do we have the seance? So somebody gets pushed, but nobody's upset. You're just a loving family. I am thy father. I am thy mother. What is the title of this one in the book? Oh, if I see if I get any cheat answers. Salome? I don't know what Salome is. I know it's a term. Does it mean something? Salome? Maybe like happy grievances or something? Because someone has to die. Someone has to get pushed off of a cliff early enough to have a seance about it. And then the revenge is probably she gets pushed off. Like, she pushes him off. So somebody dies. Hatey kills somebody. Hatey has to push somebody off of a cliff. I am your mother. Okay, now that we've established this, we know that Greenie and him are dating. Which means he has to watch this guy have an affair with Tiny. No. Greenie watches you have an affair with Tiny. Come on. So the fact that we've established that these two men are both her father does not appear to result in them, the game, understanding that they were married, theoretically. So the affair isn't working. But if the affair doesn't accept parenthood as meaning people are married, then no one's gonna get upset about it because no one understands that they're married. What if you're both his children? So you and you are siblings. Yes. Interesting. What if you come over here, you guys had an affair before you realized that you were siblings? And you saw it happen. Okay, no. They realized they're siblings. They didn't realize they're siblings. Okay. I'm your father. We're siblings. So you killed him. He killed you. Nope, they were fine with it. Honestly, they're chill with the fact that they're siblings. The affair definitely seems like the only logical thing that could cause, like, why is he happy about this? He knows that you're all parents and he's cool with it. He's like, ooh, now that you guys are in love, I'm gonna drop the heaviest of bombs. This is gonna be fucking hilarious. I am your father. You guys are in love. I am still your father. You're my sister all along and my dad didn't tell you? The kids are pissed off at the parent for not fucking telling them. Nope, they're not even mad. Okay. Like, this is pretty shocking. Yeah, I mean, that's her dad and her grandson having a kid together. Apparently, it's not worth enough to kill either of them. She sees an affair between her husband and somebody else. You love these two people. Yeah, you don't care. You don't even know who these people are. What does the affair come into play? I think we're gonna scooch that one. Let's do Godot for a second. Tiny and Hatey wait forever. Interesting concept. They both came at separate times and they never happened to meet each other. Isn't that sad? Waiting, 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 and waiting. What was the point? Both leave and return? Okay, you leave. So you came, and then you left. And then he came, and then he left. And then you came back. And then left again, and then he came. You both left and you came back. You both left and came back at the same time. You're waiting. You're waiting. He comes. He leaves. And then this man's here. And then you're together. And then he leaves you again. Is this not leaving? Obviously he's left, then he came back, and then you came back. You're both here. You both left. You both came back. Congratulations. You both successfully walked home and they came back the next day. You both waited 7 days before coming back. You came back, and you didn't come back. You're here and you're here. Get out of here. Well, we won that one. Not entirely. Salome, too far out. What are those little things that you see when it switches? There's like comic books in there. Are these the answers? What's going on here? Final chapter. My damn, this is a fast game. Mad husband. Edgar murders his wife. Classic. He gets married to Lenora because look at her. She's got that beautiful, in the olden bureaucratic days of like, I don't know, medieval times. It was a short period where having a really big forehead was like experience like a really one. Like it goes all the way far back and your hairline starts like halfway down your scalp. Because one queen had it and she was like, everyone, I announced this to be amazing because I'm queen and I have it. And everyone was like suave. They started plucking the hairs out of their foreheads. And that's what she did, and that's why she's so gorgeous to Edgar. So he himself actually has like a receding hairline going on, so I guess that's fine. He murders his wife. Does he need a reason, or is he just kind of cool with that concept? Oh, you know what? He's just gonna get married to someone else. So she's Jelly, right? She's like, oh, I wanted to get red, so I'm gonna poison her. She's gonna drink it. Slurp, slurp, you're dead. He's like, alright, well, we can get married now, I guess. That's cool. But then he does a seance and finds his dead wife. So then he goes to get some poison, and he kills his wife. Classic. Easy smeezy. Mini Hamlet. A tiny ham, the babiest of hams. Tiny murders uncle to avenge his father. Okay, this family tree thing, it's like a puzzle, but mostly it's just like organize people's births in comparison to each other, which is like technically a puzzle, but kind of annoying. Tiny murders his uncle to avenge his father. Okay, your father is Louis. That's your dad. And how do we make an uncle? So if that's your dad, an uncle is your dad's sibling, a brother. Your dad's brother is an uncle. How do I represent a dad's brother? Because it would be like, I'm also... You're my mom. No. Yes. No. You're. Same mom. This. No. Yes. This is the mom of your dad. And this is the mom of this guy who is your uncle. Okay, so I think this is the correct chain, of course. This is your dad. And this is your uncle. Which means that uncle has to push dad off of a cliff. But first he needs a reason. You know what? I think this guy is probably going to be a better uncle. You're going to push someone off a cliff. He's too happy about it. A seance is gonna happen probably around here. And immediately following the seance, you're gonna push someone off a cliff. So we know, right? We know. Tiny is gonna push Kunkel. Tiny is gonna push Uncle off a cliff. Uncle is this guy. You're gonna get pushed off a cliff once Tiny realizes that his dad has been killed. You're gonna be a ghost in a second as soon as I have a reason for this guy to push you off a cliff. He wants to get married. No, you're married to Dad. No. Mom is married to Dad. Yeah, I feel like, okay, his dad has to get married to someone who is not related to anybody. Maybe they don't realize it's their mom until later in the story, so you're all we know is you're my dad. I get married to Mom. You're my mom. Okay, well that probably gets found out later, so. Okay, so new marriage scene. You've been rejected, mean guy. Oh, by her, because she's already married. So then he goes to her and say, actually, I'm your mom. So that's also a reason. He gets shoved. He's dead now. She's like, aw. Someone has to be told that they're family. What am I missing? I lost out on a family. You're my mom. You're my mom. You're the mom of Bluey. No. Bluey is your dad. You're the mom of Bluey. This needs to happen before he gets killed. Yes. Okay, I'm not even gonna review that. It worked. Wait, it worked. We're moving on. Loose ends. Duke shoots detective to avoid prison. Shoots detective. So the Duke killed somebody to avoid the detective. The Duke is gonna get the gun. The Duke is definitely wearing the robes of a king, so I'm not sure why he's called the Duke, because the king is honestly, they're both wearing it. That's interesting. You have a gun. The detective is gonna witness the fact that you have a gun, and you're just gonna know about it, honestly. In the ballroom, he saw you kill him because you loved her. In the ballroom, you saw him kill him and her. Lovely. Duke shoots detective to avoid prison. Okay, so here, you know what? Actually, working backwards actually felt like it worked pretty well then. We know that the Duke is going to shoot the detective at the end of the game. And therefore, we also know that you guys know each other, because you're going to be looking at each other. You're going to be like, I know that you did it. And then he has to see that you guys know that he has the gun. Here's the gun. But he won't take the gun. Unless he sees his wife with the detective flirting. Do you guys like that? Is this something that is like making you feel rude at all? He kills the king. The king doesn't like the gun. He sees the king doesn't like the gun. Okay, the Duke shoots the detective to avoid prison. The Duke did something wrong. He has to kill the detective at the end. The weird thing is just that the Duke never picks the gun up. Like, there has to be a reason that he picks the gun up at the end. But he doesn't have any poor reactions. Like, whenever they're in the ballroom, does anyone, like, not get along? They love each other. None of these guys care. Why is the king even present? The king... Oh, that's the king's wife. No, that's the Duchess. The king and the Duchess. Do you guys like each other? Ooh, he's jealous. Okay. No, he gets the gun. He has the gun. He shoots the king. He shoots the king, but the detective saw it happen. So this didn't... He was peeping on them, but that didn't really... Oh, then he sees that she knows, and he's like, he did it. And he's like, okay, arrest me. Okay, bye.